If it's Monday night, it must be game night. I'm in my new home and I've got my games, I've got the cash, and I'm ready to play. It's time for Ready, Budget, Game. Welcome back to Ready, Budget, Go. My name is Drew, and on this channel we talk about cash budgeting, saving money, and achieving our financial goals. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. So today is game night, as I mentioned, and I have all the money ready to save in one of my savings challenge books, which we'll do first. I don't have my Etsy shop reopened just yet, but that should be along the way here in the next week or so. So I think this week we'll start with the Zodiac book, and I'm going to get all set up, and we'll get right to it. This is Zodiac Save with the Stars. This is a savings challenge book that I created, and it has each of the 12 astrological signs in it, starting with Aries and going through the zodiacal calendar all the way through Pisces here at the end. And so within each sign, there are 9 different scratch offs with the numbers 1 through 9 exactly once, and then 2 color and save sections that I have designated. The top one will be a D8 and the bottom one will be a D12. And I've done that for all of them. But you could make these a fixed amount. You could do any number of things. So I am going to randomize this, and I'm going to roll a D12, which will tell us which page to do. And then I'm going to roll a D6, and that will tell us which section to do. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so let's get to rolling and see where the dice take us. I'm just going to pull this over here real quick, and we'll roll these 2. I don't have my tower out yet, so we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. So we're starting with number 4, which is Gemini, and we've rolled a 5 on the D6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be a D8 roll. So let me grab out the D8 here. It's right over here. And we're going to save $3. So of course I don't have my blue pen handy, but it's right here. I also didn't mark off these symbols the last time that I played it. I had intended to, but with my move and everything, it just kind of got away from me. So $3, and we'll roll the D12 and the D6, and we'll see where we go next. Okay, number 7 and number 2. So 7 and 2 is going to be another D8 roll. And we got a 7. So I'm going to put the 3 back and grab a 10. And I'm only putting about $75 in here, but it'll take a while to get there. See, here's one that I didn't complete last week, but I had the best of intentions. It's just life was a little crazy. So roll again, and we've got number 1 and a 5. So that's going to be yet another D8 roll, and number 1 is Aries. So let's get the D8 back out. And oops, that's a D10. And if there's an echo that you can hear, I apologize for that. This new place that I'm in is a lot bigger and has less furniture in it. So consequently, and I didn't mark this off, consequently there's a little bit of an echo, and I will work on that, but it might be a while before I can get that solved. Okay, so I already marked that 5 and 1. So we'll go to number 5, which is Leo, and 1 is going to be a scratch. There are 6 left, so I'm going to roll the D6 again, and we'll see which one we scratch. Number 1. Okay, I've got my little scratcher here, which is just a quarter. I will get a scratch tool eventually, but not a top priority right now. Okay, so $8. And I will put this 2 and this 10 back and grab a 20. And one of the things that I realized that I forgot to grab was my vacuum. So I know where it is. I'm just going to go grab it. I will be right back. All right, found it. So we'll get this cleaned up. And we'll go back to the D12 and the D6, and we'll see where we go next. Okay, number 9 and number 6. That was a 9. It flipped over to the 6. So let's see. 9 will be Sagittarius, and then 6 is going to be a D12 roll. So $8. It's 5, 7, 8, We'll mark this off just a little bit. I'm not going to do the full symbol because it takes too long and I don't want to waste time doing it on camera. So I'll come back and do that afterward. Okay, number 8 and number 1. So 8 will be Scorpio and number 1 is going to be a scratch. There are 4 left. I don't have a D4 handy, so I'm just going to roll a D6 and we'll see which one it tells us to do. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll go up here at the top. And on Scorpio, that's going to be $3, it looks like. Okay, we'll get it cleaned up. And I'm going to put back 7 and take 10. Okay, back to the D12 and the D6. Number 3 and number 5. So that's going to be a D8 roll on Gemini. And we got $6, 5, and 6. Almost done with D8s for Gemini. So there we go. Back to the D12 and the D6. Number 11 and number 1, so that's going to be a scratch on Aquarius. And we haven't scratched Aquarius yet, so we have all 9 spaces available. So that is why I had a D10 lying here. Let's see which one it says to roll. Number 10. So I'm going to say this is 1 through 9, 10. So we'll roll right up here at the top, or scratch right up here at the top, rather. And for this one, it's going to be $9. Okay? So we'll put back the 1 and we'll take another 10. And we'll see where we're going next. Number 1 and number 5. So that's going to be a D8 roll on Aquarius, or Aries rather, sorry. So we'll roll the D8. And we got $2. And we'll mark that off here. Just a little. Okay. Back to the D12. Number 10 and number 6. So that's going to be a D12 roll on Capricorn, which is my sign. So we'll take that D12 back out. And we got a 5. So we'll take out $5. Give this a little mark. And then I'm just going to see how far or how close we are to being able to grab that 50. So there's 20, 30, 40, there's 50. Okay. So let's put all of this back. 20, 2 10s, and 2 5s, and we'll take out that 50. So we're at 54, so about $21 more. And we'll bring back the D6 with the D12, 11 and 1. So that's going to be a scratch on Aquarius. And now we have 8 spots left, so I'll roll the D8. Number 3, 1, 2, 3. And that'll be $4. Okay, so we'll put a 1 back and take out a 5. And I hope everything is staying in frame. I'm not quite used to the new setup yet. This is only the second video I've filmed since the move. So number 7 and number 3. So that's going to be a D12 roll on Libra. Here we're going to save $5. So we'll take out the 5. We'll put in a 10. And I will mark that off. Okay. And let's see where we go next. Number 8 and number 2. So that's going to be a D8 roll on Scorpio. And the D8 says we must save $7. Okay, so I'm going to put all of this back, $13. Plus 7 would make 20. We'll mark this off here. Just enough to know that I do need to come back in and finish. So maybe only 1 more left. We've got $5 left to save here. So number 3 and number 2, so that's going to be another D8 roll. And number 3 is going to be Gemini. So this will be the last D8 roll in Gemini, or for Gemini. And what do you know? We got a 5. So $75 exactly going into the envelope. Let me mark this off here. We'll close the book for this week. I'll put that away. We'll take out the binder that has all the envelopes in it, come to the Zodiac page and put in our $75. I will condense at the end of the video like I've been doing, but for now I'm just going to put in everything that I have. Close that up. I'll get out the general Greenback book and reset the cash or the prop money, and we'll do that next. This is General Greenback and the Frugality Force. It's a superhero-themed savings challenge book that I created that is normally available on my Etsy shop. And again, within the next week or so after this video goes up, the Etsy shop should be back open. So this one, I put a marker in for where we left off. So I just need to flip open to that. And it looks like we were on Misfortune. And Misfortune is a roll and save challenge. And what you do is you roll 2d6 dice, and then you mark out the number that you roll. There are, the numbers here correspond to how likely you are to roll that number. So because 7 is the most common, 7 appears 4 times. 2 and 12, much harder to roll. So they only appear once each. So let's get out 2d6 dice, and we'll roll, and we'll see what we save for her. Okay, so we got a 3. And there's only one 3, and so we're going to cross that out. Just using the same blue pen for this one. And we will save $3, 2 and 3, and we'll move on to the next challenge. The next challenge is Fundraiser. This is another one of the heroes, and this is a a scratch and save. So I will roll a d6 die, and we'll see which one we save for this one. Okay, number 2, so that's going to be this one up here. Let's see, $11 for this one. Every time you meet a new hero, there's a scratch challenge, and every scratch challenge saves $100. So there's high numbers and there's lower numbers. And by high numbers, I mean I don't think there's anything higher than, 15 maybe at the most. Okay, so that's Fundraiser, so we'll move on to the next challenge, and this is the Loan Shark. And this one is a color and save for these torpedoes. And just in the interest of time, I've just been crossing them out. And the torpedoes are marked with a 10, so I've been saving $10 per torpedo. So we'll put an X in that one. And we'll put the 10 away and grab out a 20. Okay. And then we'll move on to Prosperity Man. Another scratch and save. So we'll roll a d6 die. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here at the bottom. And this one is $3. Okay. So we'll get that cleaned up. $3. I'm going to put these 2 ones back and grab a 5. And we'll go on to the next page. The Ponzi Pirate. This is another color and save, and here I have just been crossing out the flags and saving $10 per flag. So we'll give that an X. And this black is not, for some reason that Sharpie is not that good. I think it's about dead, but my other markers are far away, so I'll just try to remember to replace that Sharpie here. Okay, so $10 for the Ponzi Pirate. And then on to the Vault, which is one of my favorite heroes. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left, so I'll roll a d8. And we'll see which one we scratch for the Vault. Number 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And here we have $5. We'll clean this up real quick. Put away a 5, grab another 10. Oops. Next page, Overdraft. So this one is a scratch till you match. So every one you scratch is $5, and when you make a match, you save an additional $10. So I haven't made any matches yet. Every hero and every villain appears exactly twice in this challenge. So I'm going to go right here in the top center. I don't remember where anybody is. All right, so here we have the Ponzi Pirate, and I have not scratched one of him already. So that's going to be $5. And we'll move on to the next challenge. Okay, prepare for combat. This is the final challenge before you face Lord Larceny himself, who's the main villain. And this is rolling a d6 die. So, see what we get. We got 5. Okay, so that 5 gives me enough to grab out the 50. So I'm going to put away $45, 20, 30, 45. And we'll take out the 50. And we'll record the 5. And we'll move on to the next challenge. This next one is another scratch challenge. This is where you face Lord Larceny, and there are quite a few different scratchers here. There's a total of $300, so these numbers are significantly higher than some of the other challenges. And I've just been going in order because I don't have a die with that many faces on it. So let's see what we've got here. And here it looks like it's just $3. So we'll get this cleaned up. And we'll put away the 2, and we'll take another 5. And then there is one more challenge beyond this, but I'm not going to do that challenge just yet. I want to get through all of this before I show the final challenge. Other people who have purchased or received this book may have shown it on their channel, but for me, I'm just saving it until the very end. So I'm going to go back to the front, and this is the challenge where we meet General Greenback, who's the main hero. There's only one more left on his page, so I'm going to scratch it off. And here we're going to save $12. Okay. So we'll clean this up, and we'll take a 10 and a 2. So that puts us at 67, so I've got about $8 left to save. So now we're going over to meet Lord Larceny, and this is a D6 roll. And here, we're going to save $3. And this one I've been marking in red. Try to match the color of the Sharpie to the color of the page. So we'll put away $17, and we'll grab that 20 back. Okay, so $5 more left to save, and if I go over by a little bit, that's okay. So now Gold Shield. Gold Shield is General Greenback's sort of his main ally, or his sidekick, I guess you'd say. And so here there are 5 left to scratch, so I'm going to roll a d6. And of course we get a 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll scratch up here at the top left. And this is a big one, $10. Okay, so over what my goal was by $5, but that's okay. I don't mind going over. It's just I'll take that $5 out of the money that I have for the main book. So we're going to put $80 into General Greenback, and I'm going to mark the next page, which will be Counterfeiter, one of the villains. So we'll stick that there, put away the book, bring the binder back out, and then in General Greenback, we'll put in the $80. And again, I will come back and consolidate later. So that's there. And then we'll get started on the rest of the challenges that are in the book after I reset the cash tray with $95, which is what I have left to save out of my $250 goal. And then we'll get started on some of those other challenges here in just a sec. All right, so now we're on to the main savings challenge binder. I've got $95 over here, which is what I need still to save. The money that I save on game night goes toward my emergency fund, and I am so close to fully funding it. If you haven't been watching my budget check-in videos, I just shared one on, it would have gone up on Sunday, and that one gave an update, as I always do, on my progress towards my savings goals. And the emergency fund, I'm within $500 of having it fully funded. So after this week and next week, I should have it fully funded, and then it will be on to other goals. But anyway, let's get back to game night. So the next challenge after those two is Millennial Loteria, and I always play this challenge. And usually I just get it set up ahead of time, but this time I didn't. So I'm going to have to do it kind of the slow way. So I will take out a card, and I can't remember which way I was going. Oh, this way. And Loteria, if you've never played it before or seen it before, is a game that's similar to bingo. It comes from the Spanish-speaking world. I believe it originated in Spain. It's either Spain or Mexico. And instead of 5 across, 5 down, 5 diagonal, it's a 4x4 grid. And instead of using balls, you use special cards to draw for which spaces that you mark off. And because it's Millennial Loteria, it is themed toward sort of a younger generation, my generation, realistically. So we've got things here like El Coachella, La Border Wall, El Boomer, El Juice Cleanse, whereas the regular Loteria is very much just things from everyday life in Spanish culture. So I've got the markers, which are tiny little Bitcoin symbols. And then I'm going to dig out the cards. I will give them a quick shuffle. And the way that I play this as a savings challenge game is I keep drawing and marking off spaces until I get a Loteria, which is 4 across, up and down, or diagonal. And then for every marker on the board, I save $1. So that should be a good enough shuffle. Okay, so now I'm just going to start dealing the cards. So we've got El Healing Crystal, which is not on the card. Obviously, there's more cards than there are spaces on the board, so I won't have everything. Less Student Debt. Yep, we've got that. Well, I don't have student debt, but we have that symbol on the card. Less Bitcoins. Don't have that. El Brunch. Yep. El Piercing. Don't have that. Oops. El Man Bun. I don't think I saw that. Nope, not on this one. El Safe Space, nope. El TikTok, no. Oh yes, sorry, we do have that. So now El DJ will give us a Loteria, and this one is a lenticular card, so it's the special one. El Yoga, yep, we've got that over here. El Bird, nope. El Gentrification, yep. La Succulent, no, I don't see that. La Feminist, nope. El Uber, no. El Troll, no. El Participation Trophy, no. La Notification, yep, that's right here. El Boomer, there he is. El Twitter, no. La Selfie, nope. El Vegan, yep, we've got that. That's up here. It's taken quite a while this week. La Thigh Gap, nope. El Prime, yep. So now El Coachella will give us a Loteria. So will El Border Wall. El VR, don't have that. El Internship, don't have that. El Tattoo, no. There's the Juice Cleanse. It's going to be a spendy game this week. And there's La Border Wall. So finally we got a Loteria, goodness, with maybe 20 cards left to go. Okay, so that's $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11 this week. That's quite a lot for Loteria, but that's okay. So I'm going to move these off. I'm going to grab out the $11. And where did I put the book? Oh, I buried it. Okay, so we'll get the book out. Put in the $11, and again, I will consolidate at the end of the video. But for now, I am going to clean up the Loteria, and I will get out the box challenge that I've been doing, and we'll do that here in just a sec. Before I do the box challenge, there's one other challenge that I do every week that I'd forgotten about. So I'm going to take out the 2025. This is a freebie that I give away with any physical product order in my Etsy shop. While supplies last. I still do have a few of them left, so for now, orders will continue to get those, but I don't know how much longer they're going to last, particularly once my shop reopens. So I did this kind of as a New Year's thing. So I'm just going to color this. You know what? I'm not going to go all the way. I will come back later and fill the rest of that in, just so we can get on to other challenges, but at least I've got the intent there. So $20 going in. And I will put this away. And then the next one is the box challenge. This is Junior's Restaurants from April's Fresh Start and her son Junior. So this challenge just went live in their Etsy shop. And when you buy one of Junior's challenges, the money that is earned from that all goes to her son, and he decides whether he's going to save it, spend it, give it, etc. So mom pays all the Etsy fees and all the transaction fees and everything like that, and Junior gets all the money. So this one I have been doing for a few weeks now. It's my first ever box challenge, and I've already screwed up a couple times, but I'm just kind of learning as I go here. So I am going to take out all of the little cards that I have left, and I will mix them up. And then I will explain, I will explain the different parts of the box challenge as I flip through it. I don't have clear envelopes, unfortunately, so everything's going to be frosted. All right, so those are shuffled up, and let's pick one right from the center here. Okay, so this is, 2 times your next search and save, and I try to put about $10 in here every week, so hopefully the search and save will be kind to me if that's indeed what I get. So I'm going to mix those up one more time, and let's pull this one. Okay, so search and save for $2, so that'll be $4. So let me take out $4 here. And then let's go see if we can find these. I think they're rolls. They're rolls, or maybe they're potatoes. I don't know. Let's see where they are. Oh, they're right here at Junior's Steakhouse. So yeah, I'm guessing that they're rolls. Okay, so what I've been doing, and of course I don't have this pen handy, so I'm going to have to move some things around here off camera. And I think it was this one. If not, then it's at least close enough. And I will circle these, and I will check it off. So this is going to go into my discards, and I already took the money out, so let's put this back. I'll put this back in with the rest of the cards. Oops. And then we'll mix them up a little bit, and we'll find another one to play. All right, so here we go. And this is another search and save, and it looks like an orange for $3. So that's not at the steakhouse. Junior's Donuts is a game. Junior's Pizzeria is a game. The fruit stand, there it is. Fresh fruits, Junior's Fresh Fruits. All right, so $3, so I'm going to put 2 back. We'll take out a 5. We will circle the orange. Check it off here. That goes into the discards. And then one more to, oops, put this away. And for this one, I'm not putting things in individual envelopes. I'm just doing the whole challenge all together. And I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but it's the way I started, and I'm committed now. So, all right, so let's find another one here. We'll put this one out. A banana for $1. That's going to be on the same sheet. We'll check it off. So that goes into the discards. And $1. And we'll put this away. Although it'll be my luck, I'll find yet another piece of fruit, and I'll have to pull it right back out again. But let's see. One more time. Once more into the breach. Right here. What do you know? It's another piece of fruit. So, same card. $4. Check it off. So that goes to the discards. We'll put 6 away and grab a 10. We'll put this away. These go back to the front. That's open, right? There we go. And then my discards I'm keeping here in the back, along with an IOU in case I need it, but I always make sure I do this one first. So I haven't had an IOU yet, and I don't think I will. But all right, so we're going to set that aside. We'll go back to the binder, which I have already lost track of again. I think I ended up putting it on the floor. No? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Envelope number 3. $12 going in. And next we're going to do Dicetropolis. Now, I do have a marker in this book as well on the next challenge, number 5. But I enjoy Dicetropolis so much that I'm going to try to play it every week. So Dicetropolis is a series of 12 different dice games. They're all based on D6 dice that I created. And each one plays different. Some of them require multiple dice. Some of them it's only 1 die. But at any rate, I am going to get out the Dicetropolis cards. These are all printed professionally on glossy stock paper so that, just one sec here, make sure I get them all out, so that you can use a dry erase marker and it will write right off. So for example, that's dry erase and now it's gone. So let's see, I'm going to roll a d12 and that will tell us which game we're going to play. And I may veto it if it's a game that takes longer. But let's see here. So, number 7. And number 7 is... Ouch. Okay, we'll play ouch. So, set this aside. In ouch, I'll set these aside too. So you roll 2d6 dice. So let me get those out. 1 and 2. If the total is anything other than 7, score a hash mark for that roll. And a hash mark just means, a line, a point, whatever you want to call it. Successfully roll 6 times in a row without hitting a 7 and you are safe. Save $1 for every roll, total of $6. If at any time you roll a 7, you are caught and must save $20 for that round. Good luck. So 7 is the most common number to roll, and so the chances of you rolling a 7 are pretty good. Now, if you don't want to save $20, you can always change that to $10, $5, whatever it is. Make it suit your budget. But I'm going to stick with the way that it was originally written. So I'm going to roll these dice, and we've got a 4. So right off the bat, we're good. We're safe. Keep the cap off of that. Roll again. 9, still good. Roll again. 6. Hope you can see that. Yep. Still good. 7. All right. Oh, that was a 4. Okay, so we're caught. So we don't need to play any of the rest. And because we got caught, we're going to put $20 into Dicetropolis. So I'm going to set these aside. I'm going to wipe off the game card. And ordinarily I would use a cloth, but I don't have one handy yet, so I'm just going to use my fingers. So 10, 15, and 20. Going into Dicetropolis. Put this to the side. In it goes. Okay, and so now we're going to play left, center, right, but I am going to break the video here, so I will be right back. Here's left, center, right, and this is a dice game, but it's a special dice game. So I bought this at a game store. I think it was around 10 bucks, and it comes with these 3 special dice and a whole bunch of these playing chips. Now, the way that I play this, and other people have adapted this differently. There's a way that you play it with multiple people and how that works, but I play it where I take 3 chips into my little pot here, and then I roll these dice, and they will either have a dot on them, or they will say left, the star, which is center, or right. If it comes up left, I put it to the left. If it comes up center, I put it in the center. If it comes up right, I put it to the right. If it comes up as a dot, then I take 1 more chip into the center. And I keep doing that until I run out of chips in the center. And when that is done, or until one of the piles reaches 10, I save the biggest pile into the envelope. So it'll make more sense once I play. So, and I'm probably just going to play this once this week. So let's see how it goes. So I'm going to roll these dice. Okay, so we've got 2 in the center, and then we've got 1 coming in from the side pot. Roll them again. And we've got 2 more coming in, and 1 going to the left. 3 more coming in. 1 coming in, 1 going to the left, and 1 going to the right. 2 to the right, and 1 coming in. Okay, 1 to the center, and 2 more coming in. So the way things are rolling, I'm probably going to hit 10 bucks. Yep, 3 more coming in. 2 more coming in, and 1 going to the right. 2 more coming in, and 1 going to the center. Now this game is super volatile. Sometimes what will end up happening is that I'll get 3 stars right away, and so it's game over. So 2 to the center. 1 coming in from the side, 2 more coming in, and 1 going to the left. Okay, 1 coming in, 1 going to the left, 1 going to the center. So I'm all out of chips over here. So if they come up as a circle anymore, I'm not going to be able to draw anymore, which is fine. So center, 2 to the right, all 3 chips, left, center, whoops, dropped one on the floor, 1 to the right, 2 to the right, and that last one's going to go to the center. So that would have made 10 in the center. So I'm going to save $10 into the envelope. I'll pick that one up off the floor here later. But for now, I will put these away. And the dice. Okay, we'll take the clip off. And we'll put the $10, 2 5s in here. And next we'll move on to the scratch challenges. I've got 2 in here that I give away as part of orders $75 or more in my Etsy shop. Will get these 2 scratch challenges. One is Otterly Fabulous and the other is Elefantastic. So I'm only doing Otterly Fabulous for now. One side saves $25, the other side saves $100. And I'm just kind of scratching at random here. So let's go for his glasses here. So $1 on the $25 side. We'll clean that up. And then on the other side, we'll go for the other side of his glasses. And that's going to be $15. So a total of $16 going into this challenge. So 5, 10, 16. All right, so we're getting down there. Not too much left in terms of what is still left to be saved. So envelope 6, put the challenge back in and the $16. And probably the last game will be Flip 7. Flip 7 is a card game. Now this is another one that you can buy at the store, like at a game store, Walmart, Target probably. And so this one, actually, before I shuffle, this game has numbered cards in it that correspond with the number of numbers, or the number of cards, if that makes sense. So there are 8 8s in the deck. There are 12 12s in the deck. There's more of the 12s, there's another 8. 7 7s, 10 10s, you get the idea. And so the way that this game works is that you are supposed to keep dealing until you want to stop, or if you go bust. Now you bust by drawing the same value card again. So in regular play, you want the high value numbers for the number of points, like a 12 is worth 12 points, but you don't want to draw 2 12s because then you're out of the round. The way that I've adapted it for a savings challenge game is similar in that I keep drawing until I decide that I want to stop, or until I've drawn 2 cards of the same number. Now, I have to draw at least 3 cards. That is the rule that I made for myself. And that has caused me to bust several times when I otherwise would have stayed. There's also special cards like this one is a freeze. That stops you dead in your tracks. So let's see how it goes this time. And I've played this in a lot of other game nights, and I also explained it in detail in the first game night when I was going through how all of the games are played, at least the way that I play them when I adapted them for savings challenges. So card number 1, +6. All right, so that doesn't count because it's not a face value, it's a bonus card. I mean, it counts, but it doesn't count as one of the 3 mandatory cards. Okay, so we've got a 9 and a 5. So far, so good. And a freeze. Okay, so that stops me in my tracks. So 9 + 5 is 14, +6 is 20. So I don't save $20 with this game. I usually add the digits together and do it kind of low budget. So 2 + 0 for the 20 is going to be $2. So I am going to get the $2. We'll put it into the savings challenge. And then it looks like we'll have enough money to play Qwixx. And Qwixx is probably, well, it's one of my favorite games of the ones that I have purchased. Qwixx, actually, I need the scorecard. Qwixx is another dice game that I have adapted, and it is much like Shut the Box. And it looks like I was using the same color pen that I was using for Junior's Restaurant, so how lucky is that? And in Qwixx, the object is to roll all of the numbers from 2 to 12, but you get 3 dice to do it. And I'm using the Qwixx dice that you get with the game, again, available in stores everywhere. So I'm going to use the green one and the 2 white ones because we're on the green row. Excuse me. Okay, and so the way that this works is you have to use at least 2 dice. You have to use exactly 2 dice to make a number, and you have to be able to make one of the numbers in order to stay alive. So for example, if I rolled this here, 6, 6, and 5, I can cross out the 12 and the 11, either or both. But if the 12 and 11 were already gone and I rolled this, then I would be out. So it'll make more sense as I roll. And then this is another one that I play all the time. So if you want a more in-depth explanation or to see it played more, then check out some of the other game night videos and should have Qwixx in most of them. All right, so shaky, shaky. All right, so the first roll, I got a 1, a 2, and a 3. So the numbers that I can make from this are 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to take all 3 of them because all 3 are kind of tricky to roll. Now, I could leave the 5 because 5 is somewhat easier to roll than the 3 or the 4. And so if I take this now and I roll this again, then I'm out. Whereas if I left the 5, then I would still have a chance to make a number and I'd stay alive. So here we go. We've got 8 and we've got 9. So I'm going to take the 9. I'm going to leave the 8. And the reason I'm leaving the 8 is because 8 is one of the easiest numbers to roll, and I might need that later to save me from going out. Roll them again. Okay, so here we've got 4 and we've got 3, and so I'm out. And so I should have taken that 8, but I don't regret not taking it because chances are I was not going to roll this. That's pretty rare. So now I just need to add up the total, and again, I play this low budget as well. So 12 plus 11 plus 10 is 33, 41, 48, 54, 56. 5 plus 6 is 11. And I usually do this until I get less than 20. So I'm going to take 11 for this row. And I know I don't have $11, so I'm going to have to get more money, which is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need a 5 and a 2 to make $11. All right, so that means I am taking out $7 more for game night for this week. So it'll be, instead of $250, it'll be $257, but that is A-okay. So I'm going to put all of this into, get this out of the way here. For now, anyway. Put all of this into number 8 for Qwixx, which I should have done with the scorecard, but apparently I didn't. Nope, I put it to the side. Okay, so there's the scorecard. All right, so that's it for the games. I will come back to consolidate this in just a moment. If you have stayed on this long, thank you so much. If you want to stay for the consolidation, that's coming up here in just a sec. All right, let's do some cash condensing. And the first thing that I'm going to do is stick this onto number 9, because that's where we left off. So 9 is Yahtzee, and we'll pick that up next week on game night, which is always Monday. And then I'm going to go back to the front, and we'll start condensing what we can condense. So in Zodiac, Save with the Stars, there's 500, 600, 650, 70, 90, 710, 15, 17, 18. All right, so I can consolidate for another 110, 100, and 10, and then 8. So we're still at 718. So coming along pretty good. Like I say, I try to put about $75 into this one and into General Greenback each week. And speaking of General Greenback, he's got 500, 600, 700. So I'm going to put these two back and grab 100. It's just one. And then we've got 20, 40, 50. Oops, I should have kept that 50. Oh well. 20, 40, 50, and then 4. So 754. Next, Millennial Loteria has 50, 70, 83, so nothing we can do there. 2025 has 160. Okay, so there's that. Junior's Restaurants has in it, let's see here, I'll take the dashboard out as well, 20, 40, 59, okay. So we'll put away the 220s and the 10, and we'll take out a 50. Not too bad. I haven't been playing this all that long, and I'm only doing $10 a week or thereabouts, so it's coming along pretty well, I would say. Put the dashboard back in. Okay. Dicetropolis has a mess. Let's see, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 9. All right, so take out 100. We put away 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. All right, 109 still in Dicetropolis. Left, center, right has 72, so we'll put away the 10 and the 2 5s and grab a 20. And the reason that I use prop money in here is because I just don't like having all that cash in my house. I'd rather keep it in the bank where it's safe. So that's that. Then in these scratch challenges, Otterly, Fabulous, and Elephantastic, we have another mess. Let's see here. So 50, 70, 80, 90, 101, right? 90 plus 11, 101. So I'm going to put all of this back. Oh, nope, there was another 2 in there. So 50, 70, 80, 5, 95, 97, 99, 101, 103. All right, so there's the 3. There's 100, and I'm going to put all of this business back. So 50, 70, all the 5s, the 10, and all the 2s. Okay, flip 7 has 50, 65, 79, so nothing we can do there. It's already as condensed as can be. Next time we play it, we'll be able to condense more. And then the last one we'll do is Qwixx. Everything else after this is already going to be consolidated. So set the score sheet aside. 100, let's see, 25, 27, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So I'm going to take all of these small bills. Nope, just these. This should be $10. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. There we go. So $135 in Qwixx. By far, one of my favorite games. If you love Shut the Box, you would love Qwixx, most likely. So that goes in. And that is everything we can condense, because anything after 9 we didn't play this week. So next week we'll be playing Yahtzee, we'll be playing the Sorry Dice, and then we'll be doing the scratch-offs for the 12 Days of Christmas and the 12 face cards. So come back for that next Monday and have a wonderful week. And until I see you in the next one, by all means, take care.